It's in the front row here. Andrew Wright from the LA Times. Lawrence Frank said last week that he was really excited about the competition in camp because there's 17 guys, 15 spots. And the guards in particular, there's a lot of guys. What do you guys seen over the summer from the guard group, and what do you think the competition is going to be like over the next few weeks?
I feel like it's gonna be a grind. Everybody gonna have to go at everybody. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just work hard, go out there and just give it your all.
I'm just looking forward to competing. A lot of the guys and guards in particular are competitors. If you go down the list, Avery, Pat, Lou, myself, Jawun, Shay, we all are like hard playing guards, and so it's going to be tough when we get out here in training camp because we know that everybody's going to come out and play hard. Everybody's going to, everybody's competitive. And nobody wants to get outdone, so everybody's going to compete and bring the best out of each other.
Tomer Azar, Clutch Points. First of all, Jawun, are you 100% recovered from the groin?
Yes.
And what did you guys learn in your rookie season, both of you, because you guys both had ups and downs. What did you guys learn that you could take into this season?
It's a long season. It's different from college. College, you're the guys, you know what I'm saying? And when you're a younger guy coming in and not used to being, not being that guy, you have to learn to accept the role and accept your job, and you can't lose your confidence in accepting a role that you're not comfortable in. And I think with myself, I lost confidence in myself because I wasn't used to playing a role that I was playing, and you can't do that. And without confidence, you can't play this game. And once I found my confidence in myself and in the role that coach, asked me to play, I think that's what was the biggest thing for me was just keeping my confidence throughout everything.
Like he said, I piggyback off of what he said. Confidence is everything in this league. Without confidence, you tend to have yourself, you tend to be down, because you're not used to being, in the predicament that you are, like not being able to shoot as much as you want to. So I mean, you gotta just come in all ears, just listen to what your teammates telling you and your coaches.
Adam Oslin, AM 570, LA Sports. Jawun, you were known for playing 94 feet of defense last season, especially against James Harden, and it came back in December. What else have you expanded upon with your game that we're going to see this season?
Just being more of a point guard too. I've been just learning from the other point guards we have here, and then just watching film over the summer. So just going back to being a point guard, and then just picking up over the things I did the past season. So just playing defense and just getting out there, just getting after it.
Eddie with Fox Sports AM 1350. I wanted to ask you, Jawun, in particular. We saw you last year. You were actually doing, I think you were with the Agua Caliente Clippers early. What can you talk to the younger players about if they are actually going to play with the Agua Caliente Clippers and then coming back? What can you talk to them about that experience they have there?
Man, it's a dogfight down there, man.
These are the wolves.
Yeah, it's like wolves down there. You go down there thinking it's sweet, and then they come out, people going after you. So I mean, just going out there, just make sure just keep your composure. Just go out there, just work hard, and that way you come back up.
I mean, it's like what Jawun said. I thought, I went down for one game, and I thought I was going to, do numbers, because you see everybody all year doing numbers. So I'm like, it's my turn. I get down there, and guys is going at me every play. I'm like, what? And the guys on the G League team like, yeah, bro, like you're what they want to be, you know what I'm saying? And you can't, like, at halftime they had to tell me that because I wasn't thinking like that. I was just, like, oh, I'm down here, I can do whatever I want to do. But then I was getting my tail bust, you know what I'm saying? So I had to, it was like a culture shock for me, and I think it helped me because I didn't want to go back down there. So when I came back up, I'm like, I'm not going back down there. It's a bunch of wolves down there. So I think what helped me was I didn't want to be down there. So I did everything I had to do up here so I wouldn't be down there.
Hi, guys. Miriam Swanson with the Southern California News Group. Welcome back to LA. Back to work.
Yes, right.
I want to ask you, Sindarius, about the process of sort of kind of regaining your confidence last year. Like, at what point in the season did that happen, and like, kind of how did that come to be?
It happened when I was getting those DMPs, and I was just coming in the gym every day and just working out, just like training hard, because I knew, I was in a hole. I was in, since Doc wasn't calling on me, so I knew that I treated my workouts like games. I came into my workouts and treated those like games, and I knew that, eventually my time was going to be called, my name was going to be called back up, and I think everything I did, like just coming in here, working out before the games, working out real hard, just I treated everything differently. Once I got started not playing and then stuff like that, like my worst experience ever when we was at Phoenix, and we was up 30 the whole game, and I didn't get in the game till like the last 10 seconds, and like I never wanted to feel like that no more, and so I just treated everything. I took everything more serious. I came in and started to act like a pro, and it translated when I got my shot again. And I finished the year pretty strong.
Jermaine Johnson with the Los Angeles Loyolan. This question is for both of you. I know basketball is probably like one of your top passions, obviously, but what are some other things that you're passionate about that you kind of dedicate some time to off the court?
Well, I just had a little girl, so I've been with that, dealing with that off the court. Me and Jawun be together most of the time off the court. We play the game most of the time. I don't know, man. We do everything everybody else do off the court. It's like,
Yeah, it ain't really.
we shop, we play the game. I don't know. I spend most of my time on the video games. So
Yeah, the same for me, playing the video games and just going out there and just seeing different things. So, we still be with each other all the time. We just take trips, just driving around, just looking at new scenery.
Yeah,
so.
like I remember last year, me and Jawun was like together. Like, man, can you believe like growing up in South Carolina, we out here. Like we'd have never thought of being from South Carolina. You would be out here, and what I'm saying, just seeing stuff that people from South Carolina never see. Like there's nothing in South Carolina if you ever been. Like it's
Trees, all
nothing
trees.
but dirt and trees. So like coming from the country to here is like a culture shock for us. So we just still embrace it and take it in every day.
Corey McGetty with Fox Sports. I got a question for you guys. With 2K, do you guys, because you just said you play a lot,
Yeah.
do you get a chance to see what guys' tendencies are
definitely.
playing the video
Definitely.
games? I mean, I've been noticing too,
For sure.
me playing and watching tendencies on what guys going to do. I just want to know.
2K is definitely a cheat code to the season.
Yeah,
It's definitely
yeah.
if a guy can't shoot in a video game, he can't shoot in real life. Like it's definitely a cheat code. Like if a guy plays 2K, he already have a scout report against a guy in real life. Definitely. So it's definitely a cheat code. Pat says it all the time. Like in games, like, man, you don't play 2K. Like he can't go left. Like he says it all the time in games. So it's definitely a cheat code.
Thank you. Robin Lampkin, Angels Radio 830. Besides playing 2K, what other advice would you give to these new guys coming in?
Uh,
Or even
on
personal,
the court,
even
on the court
personal,
or off the court, like.
even personal advice.
I mean, like coming from college, you so used to your schedule being, like class, study hall, practice. You know what I'm saying? In college, then when you get here, it's like practice. Then it's like you so used to being around your teammates all day from college, you still want to do that. So I remember like, what y'all about to do? And like Wes like, man, I'm about to pick my kids up from school. Like Austin DJ's like, I'm about to go play with my son. Like everybody leaves to go with their families, and me and Jawun was the only two that didn't have that. So we had to figure out how to handle that much free time because we wasn't used to having that much free time. So I think that was like the biggest struggle for me was like, man, I'm bored all day. Like, what is it to do? And you don't want to get caught up. Being in LA, you don't want to get caught up in the wrong things neither. There's so much stuff out here that you can do, but there's so much bad stuff you can get into that can hurt everything. So you don't want to get caught up in the partying and the lifestyle of LA. But you still want to find stuff that can, take away your time to get you stuff to do. So I say just find something that that you like, and just let that occupy your time, and that way it makes your days go by easy instead of like, man.
Eric Geller, CBS Sports Radio, right over. This is for both of you guys. I don't play 2K. I've never played it. So I'm fascinated by what you just said about scouting reports. What's the scouting report on you guys? And do you guys try to do different things? Or do you do that for, let's say, you're going to play the Lakers tomorrow night. Is LeBron on 2K, and do you watch what he does, although he probably can do anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's like this. Like, well, we're gonna make this so clear. Like, 2K makes mistakes. Like, it's not the most accurate thing, because they have me as like a 3-point shooter everywhere on the court, and I'm not that in real life. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, I'm not the best shooter, but on the game, they have me as a shooter. But like LeBron, for example, like if you play 2K,
he's a cheat code.
Yeah, like
cheat code.
You know what I'm saying. If you play 2K, you know that like once LeBron make a couple of jump shots, then he's almost unguardable. You know what I'm saying? It's almost real life. If LeBron's making his jump shots, he's a little harder to guard. You know what I'm saying? Which you're going to live with LeBron making those jump shots. You know what I'm saying? If you choose the Lakers, I'm going to let you shoot jumpers with LeBron the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to live with that. Same thing in real life. You know what I'm saying? But if he's making them, you're in trouble. If he's making them on a video game, you're in trouble. If Jawun comes down and shoot LeBron, and every time he shoots, he get a green light under his shot, I'm not going to win. If you play LeBron in real life and he hitting 10 threes in a game in real life, it's going to be hard to win that night. So it's the same thing.
Thank you, boys. There's no more questions. Training camp starts tomorrow in Hawaii, and then a preseason game on Sunday, also in Honolulu. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you.